What if I told you that in the next 24 hours, your entire life could change? No, this isn't some far-fetched promise or a motivational gimmick. It's real, and it's happening. You see, most people go through life on autopilot, unaware of the powerful forces at play around them. They're stuck in routines, chasing goals that don't truly fulfill them, and wondering why they feel disconnected from their purpose. Sound familiar? Here's the thing, the universe is constantly sending signals, aligning events, and creating synchronicities meant to guide you toward your highest potential. But most people miss these signs because they're too busy or too distracted to notice. The truth is, a profound shift in consciousness is available to you right now if you're ready to tap into it. Over the next 24 hours, you could experience an awakening that changes how you see yourself and the world around you. This isn't about making drastic changes or embarking on some grand spiritual quest. It's about tuning into the subtle energies that are already present in your life and allowing them to guide you toward transformation. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a sense of clarity and purpose like never before, where everything seems to fall into place effortlessly. Sounds impossible? Think again. The universe has been waiting for you to wake up to your true potential, and the next 24 hours could be the moment everything shifts. Are you ready to embrace it? There comes a moment when you feel something deep within you shift, like a spark igniting a fire you didn't even know was there. It's subtle at first, but soon it feels like the entire universe is speaking to you. This energetic shift touches every part of your being, from your physical sensations to the way you think and feel. You might notice it when you're sitting quietly, or even in the middle of a busy day. Suddenly there's this heightened awareness, like your consciousness is expanding beyond the limits you've always known. It's as if you're tapping into an energy that's been waiting for you all along. You start to feel more connected to everything around you, and that connection brings with it a sense of peace and clarity. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, though. It's a process, one that begins with a simple realization. There's more to life than what meets the eye. You might start noticing patterns in your thoughts or emotions, or maybe your body feels different, more alive somehow. This shift can be physical too. Your energy levels might fluctuate, or you may feel lightheaded as your body adjusts to this new state of being. It's important to listen to these signals because they're guiding you towards something deeper. Pay attention to how your body reacts when you're in certain environments or around certain people. This is the universe nudging you toward greater awareness. As this shift unfolds, it can feel like a roller coaster of emotions. One day, you're on top of the world, and the next, you're questioning everything. But that's part of the process. This awakening isn't just about feeling good all the time, it's about being real with yourself. You'll start peeling back layers of old beliefs and habits that no longer serve you. And while that can be uncomfortable, it's also incredibly liberating. Think about it like cleaning out a cluttered room. You need to make a mess before things can get organized again. What's fascinating is how this shift impacts not just your inner world, but also your outer reality. As your consciousness expands, so does your ability to manifest change in your life. You might find that opportunities seem to come out of nowhere, or that people who resonate with your new energy start showing up in unexpected ways. This is no coincidence. It's synchronicity at work, aligning you with the flow of universal energy. The more aware you become of these moments, the more they'll appear, guiding you toward growth and transformation. One practical way to navigate this shift is through mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling. These tools help ground your energy and bring clarity to what's happening inside of you. If meditation feels intimidating, start small. Just 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference in how connected you feel to yourself and the universe around you. Journaling can also be a powerful way to track your progress and reflect on the changes happening within. As this energetic transformation continues, don't be surprised if old relationships or situations fall away. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's simply part of the process of aligning with your true purpose. When you're vibrating at a higher frequency, anything that doesn't match that energy naturally fades away. It's like tuning into a new radio station. Once you're dialed in, static from other channels disappears. And here's where things get really interesting. As you embrace this new level of consciousness, life starts feeling more fluid, almost effortless at times. You begin trusting in the flow of things, rather than forcing outcomes or resisting change. This trust allows for deeper connections with others and with yourself, because now you're operating from a place of alignment rather than fear or control. As this journey deepens, you start to see things differently. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses. Suddenly, everything that was blurry becomes crystal clear. You begin to realize that nothing in life is random. Every event, every person you meet, every challenge you face is part of a greater design. This is the awakening to universal truths, the understanding that everything is connected. It's not just a philosophical idea, it's something you feel in your bones. You start to see synchronicity everywhere, those little coincidences that seem too perfect to be accidental. But now, you know they're not accidents at all. They're signs from the universe guiding you toward a deeper understanding of your purpose. This awakening doesn't just happen in your mind, it happens in your heart too. You begin to feel more compassion for others because you understand that we're all part of the same energy. When someone cuts you off in traffic or says something hurtful, instead of reacting with anger, you pause and realize they're on their own journey too. This doesn't mean you become a doormat. It means you approach life with a sense of empathy and awareness that wasn't there before. You understand that every interaction is an opportunity for growth, both for yourself and for the other person. As these universal truths unfold before you, life takes on a new rhythm. You start noticing patterns in your experiences, how certain themes keep repeating until you finally learn the lesson they're trying to teach. Maybe it's about letting go of control or learning to trust more deeply. Whatever the lesson, once you've grasped it, things start shifting again. It's like leveling up in a video game. Each new insight brings with it new challenges, but also new rewards. And the beauty of it all? The universe never gives you more than you can handle. One way to tap into these universal truths is by spending time in nature. There's something about being surrounded by trees, rivers, or mountains that reminds us of our connection to everything else. Next time you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, take a walk outside and pay attention to the details. The way the leaves rustle in the wind or how the sunlight filters through the branches. These moments of stillness can bring profound clarity and help you reconnect with the flow of life. This awakening also brings with it a sense of purpose that might have been missing before. You start asking bigger questions. Why am I here? What am I meant to do? And while these questions may not have immediate answers, just asking them opens up new possibilities. You begin to see that your life has meaning beyond just going through the motions day after day. There's a reason you're here, and as you align more with universal truths, that reason becomes clearer. One practical step toward embracing this awakening is by setting intentions each day. Instead of just going through your routine on autopilot, take a moment each morning to ask yourself what kind of energy you want to bring into your day. Do you want to focus on growth, connection, gratitude? By setting these intentions, you're aligning yourself with the flow of universal energy and inviting more synchronicity into your life. And here's where things get really exciting. As you awaken to these truths, life starts feeling less like something happening to you and more like something happening for you. Challenges become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles standing in your way. You start trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. As this awakening unfolds, something remarkable happens. You begin to see the world with new eyes. Mental clarity sharpens your perception, allowing you to cut through the noise and distractions that once clouded your mind. Suddenly, the mundane becomes meaningful. Conversations you once overlooked now hold deeper significance, and even simple activities like sipping your morning coffee can spark profound insights. This clarity isn't just about thinking more clearly. It's about seeing life for what it truly is, a series of interconnected moments, each one offering an opportunity for growth and transformation. It's like wiping the fog off a mirror and finally seeing yourself and the world around you with precision. But this clarity doesn't come without its challenges. As your mind sharpens, so does your emotional depth. You begin to feel things more intensely, both the highs and the lows. It's as if your heart has been cracked open, allowing you to experience emotions in their rawest form. This can be overwhelming at times, but it's also incredibly liberating. You start to realize that emotions are not something to be feared or suppressed. They're a powerful tool for awareness. When you allow yourself to fully feel without judgment or resistance, you tap into a deeper well of empathy and understanding, both for yourself and others. This emotional depth also brings with it a new level of resilience. You no longer shy away from difficult emotions like sadness or anger because you understand that they're part of the human experience. Instead of running from them, you lean in, knowing that every emotion has something to teach you. For example, when frustration arises, instead of reacting impulsively, you pause and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to show me? This practice not only strengthens your emotional intelligence, but also deepens your connection to the universe's energy. One practical way to cultivate this mental clarity and emotional depth is through mindfulness practices like meditation or breath work. These tools help quiet the mind and bring focus to the present moment, allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. If you're new to meditation, start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and notice what comes up without judgment. Over time, this practice will help you develop greater awareness of both your inner world and the world around you. As your emotional depth grows, so does your capacity for empathy. You start noticing how deeply connected we all are, not just intellectually but emotionally as well. When someone shares their struggles with you, instead of offering quick solutions or brushing them off, you listen deeply, because now you understand that their pain is also yours in some way. This shift in perspective transforms your relationships, making them richer and more meaningful. And here's where things get really interesting. As you embrace this mental clarity and emotional depth, life begins to flow more smoothly. You're no longer bogged down by overthinking or emotional overwhelm, because now you're operating from a place of balance and alignment. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect, far from it, but it does mean that you're better equipped to handle whatever comes your way with grace and ease. So how do you maintain this newfound clarity? One way is by regularly checking in with yourself throughout the day. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? What thoughts are dominating my mind? By bringing awareness to these questions, you're able to course correct when necessary and stay aligned with the flow of universal energy. As you continue on this journey, something magical begins to happen. You start to feel a deeper connection with the flow of life itself. It's as if you've tapped into a current that's always been there, humming beneath the surface, but now you're finally attuned to it. This is the universal flow, the energy that moves through everything and everyone. When you align with it, life feels less like a struggle and more like a dance. You start noticing patterns in your experiences, those moments of synchronicity where things just seem to fall into place effortlessly. It's not luck. It's the universe showing you that you're exactly where you need to be. This connection brings with it a sense of peace and trust. You no longer feel the need to control every outcome because you understand that there's a bigger plan at play, one that's far more intelligent and expansive than anything you could have imagined. Instead of forcing things to happen, you learn to let go and allow life to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean you become passive. It means you take inspired action when the time is right, trusting that the universe will guide you toward what's meant for you. It's like learning to ride the waves rather than fighting against them. One practical way to strengthen this connection with universal flow is by practicing gratitude. When you focus on what's going well in your life, no matter how small, you align yourself with positive energy and invite more of it into your experience. Start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as having a roof over your head or as profound as feeling connected to your purpose. This practice not only shifts your mindset, but also helps you stay in tune with the universe's rhythm. As this connection deepens, you begin to notice how everything in life is interconnected. The people you meet, the challenges you face, even the random events that seem insignificant at first, all of them are part of a larger tapestry that's weaving itself together in perfect harmony. You start seeing life as a series of interconnected moments rather than isolated incidents. And in this realization, there's immense freedom because now you're no longer trying to control every detail. You're simply flowing with the energy of the universe. This sense of oneness also transforms how you approach relationships. You begin to see others not as separate from yourself, but as reflections of the same universal energy that flows through you. This shift in perspective allows for deeper connections, because now you're engaging with others from a place of empathy and understanding rather than judgment or expectation. You realize that we're all on this journey together, each of us playing our part in the grand design. And here's where things get really interesting. As you align more with this flow, opportunities start showing up in ways you never expected. You might meet someone who opens a door for your career, or stumble upon an idea that sparks a new passion. These aren't random events, they're synchronicities, little nudges from the universe guiding you toward your purpose. The key is to stay open and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. So how do you stay connected to this flow? One way is by regularly checking in with your intuition. Your intuition is like an internal compass, always pointing you toward what feels right for your soul. Whenever you're faced with a decision or unsure about which direction to take, pause for a moment and ask yourself, does this feel aligned with my highest good? Trust that inner voice. It's the universe speaking directly through you. Once you've tapped into the flow of the universe, something beautiful happens. Everyday life takes on a whole new meaning. The things you once took for granted suddenly become sources of wonder and inspiration. A simple walk in the park becomes an opportunity to connect with the energy of nature, to feel the earth beneath your feet and the wind on your skin. You notice the way the sunlight filters through the trees, casting shadows that dance on the ground. And you realize that even in these small moments, there's magic. This isn't just being poetic. It's a shift in awareness, a deeper connection to the world around you that makes everything feel more alive. Take something as ordinary as a conversation with a friend. In this heightened state of awareness, you're no longer just listening to respond. You're truly present, absorbing every word, every nuance of emotion. You start to see how these interactions are opportunities for growth and connection, not just exchanges of information. Maybe your friend shares something they're struggling with, and instead of offering advice right away, you hold space for them, allowing them to feel heard and understood. It's in these everyday moments that transformation happens, both for you and those around you. This newfound awareness also extends to how you approach daily tasks. Washing dishes or folding laundry might have once felt like chores, but now they become meditative practices, opportunities to be fully present in the moment. You begin to appreciate the rhythm of these activities, finding peace in their simplicity. It's not about what you're doing, but how you're doing it. With mindfulness and intention, this shift in perspective turns even the most mundane tasks into sacred rituals that ground you in the present moment. One practical way to cultivate this sense of wonder is by practicing mindful observation. The next time you're out for a walk, or even just sitting at home, take a moment to really notice your surroundings. Pay attention to the colors, textures, and sounds around you, the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, or even the hum of traffic in the distance. By tuning into these details, you're training your mind to stay present and connected to the energy of life itself. As you embrace this new way of seeing the world, you'll find that joy starts bubbling up in unexpected places. Maybe it's in the way your pet greets you at the door after a long day, or how a stranger smiles at you on the street. These small moments might have gone unnoticed before, but now they fill your heart with gratitude because you're attuned to life's intricate rhythms. It's like discovering hidden treasures scattered throughout your day, each one reminding you that there's beauty everywhere, if only we take the time to notice. And here's where things get really interesting. As you become more attuned to these everyday wonders, life starts feeling less rushed and more spacious. You're no longer racing from one task to the next. Instead, you're savoring each moment as it comes. This doesn't mean you're less productive. If anything, you're more focused because now you're operating from a place of alignment rather than stress or overwhelm. So how do you keep this sense of wonder alive? One way is by practicing gratitude at the end of each day. Reflect on 3 things that brought you joy or made you feel connected, whether it was a kind word from a colleague or simply watching the sunset from your window. By acknowledging these moments of wonder, you're training your mind to seek out more of them. As you continue to awaken to the beauty in everyday moments, you'll notice that a deeper sense of purpose starts to emerge. It's almost as if the universe has been quietly nudging you all along, guiding you towards something greater. This isn't about finding a specific job or achieving a certain goal. It's about aligning with your soul's true path. Growth becomes less about external achievements and more about internal evolution. You start asking yourself bigger questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? And while these questions might feel daunting at first, they also open up a world of possibilities. This sense of purpose isn't something that arrives all at once. It unfolds gradually, like peeling back the layers of an onion. Each new insight brings you closer to understanding why you're here and what you're meant to contribute to the world. For some, this might mean pursuing a passion that's been simmering beneath the surface for years, while for others, it could be as simple as showing up fully in their relationships or community. The key is to listen to those quiet whispers from within, the ones that guide you toward what feels most aligned with your true self. One practical way to connect with your purpose is by reflecting on the activities that make you feel most alive. Think back to moments when time seemed to disappear and you were completely immersed in what you were doing. Maybe it was creating art, helping someone in need, or simply spending time in nature. These are clues from the universe pointing you toward your purpose. Start incorporating more of these activities into your daily life, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Over time, they'll help you align more deeply with your soul's calling. As you grow into this new sense of purpose, challenges will inevitably arise, but now they feel different. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to view them as opportunities for growth. Each challenge becomes a lesson in disguise, offering you the chance to evolve and expand your consciousness. Maybe it's a difficult conversation with a loved one or a setback at work. Whatever it is, trust that it's happening for a reason. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when things don't go according to plan. This growth process, also requires patience and self-compassion. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to have everything figured out right away, but true growth takes time. It's like planting a seed. You can't rush the process. All you can do is nurture it and trust that it will bloom when the time is right. So be kind to yourself on this journey. Celebrate the small wins and learn from the setbacks without being too hard on yourself. And here's where things get really exciting. As you align more with your purpose, life starts feeling more meaningful and fulfilling. You wake up each day with a sense of excitement and curiosity because now you're living in alignment with who you truly are. This doesn't mean everything will be easy, far from it. But even the challenges feel purposeful because now you're growing in ways that are aligned with your highest self. So how do you stay connected to this sense of growth and purpose? One way is by regularly checking in with yourself through journaling or meditation. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I growing in ways that feel authentic to me? By reflecting on these questions regularly, you'll stay connected to your path and continue evolving toward your highest potential. If this message resonates and you feel ready to step into this journey, subscribe to the channel and comment, "I'm ready," below. By setting your intention early, you're opening yourself to receive the cosmic insights that follow. As you move through this journey of growth and purpose, something even more profound begins to unfold. Your consciousness evolves. This isn't just about personal development, it's about expanding your awareness to levels you never thought possible. You start to see yourself not as a separate individual navigating life's challenges, but as part of a much larger tapestry. The universe, with all its energy and synchronicity, becomes something you're intimately connected to. This evolution of consciousness is like waking up from a dream and realizing that everything is interconnected, that your actions, thoughts, and energy ripple out into the world in ways you can't always see. This expanded consciousness brings with it a deeper sense of responsibility. You begin to realize that your growth isn't just for you, it's for everyone around you. As you evolve, you naturally inspire others to do the same. It's like being a lighthouse in the dark, guiding others toward their own awakening without even trying. This doesn't mean you have to preach or convince anyone of anything. Simply by living in alignment with your higher self, you become a beacon of light for others to follow. One practical way to nurture this evolution of consciousness is by practicing mindful awareness throughout your day. This means being fully present in each moment, whether you're having a conversation with a friend or simply washing the dishes. When you're fully present, you're able to tap into the energy of the universe and align with its flow. This practice not only deepens your connection to the world around you, but also helps you stay grounded as your consciousness continues to expand. As this evolution unfolds, you might notice that your priorities begin to shift. Things that once seemed important, like material success or external validation, start to lose their grip on you. Instead, you become more focused on experiences that nourish your soul and contribute to the greater good. You might find yourself drawn to activities like volunteering, creating art, or spending time in nature because these things resonate with your higher purpose. This shift isn't about abandoning ambition, it's about aligning your ambitions with something greater than yourself. And here's where things get really interesting. As your consciousness evolves, so does your ability to manifest change in the world around you. You start noticing how your thoughts and intentions shape your reality in real time. Maybe you think about someone and they call you out of the blue, or perhaps an opportunity arises just when you need it most. These aren't coincidences, they're evidence of your growing connection with universal energy. The more aware you become of this connection, the more empowered you feel to co-create with the universe. This evolution also brings with it a sense of peace and acceptance. You no longer feel the need to control every aspect of your life Because now you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Even when challenges arise, you're able to face them with grace, because now you're operating from a place of alignment rather than fear or resistance. It's like learning how to dance with life rather than fighting against its rhythm. So how do you continue evolving? One way is by staying curious and open-minded. The journey of consciousness is never ending. There's always more to learn, more ways to grow, and deeper levels of awareness to explore. Keep asking questions, keep seeking new experiences, and most importantly, keep trusting in the process. The universe has big plans for you. You just have to stay open and aligned with its flow. Now that you've glimpsed the power of awakening and the profound shifts that can occur, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living on autopilot, or will you take action and step into the flow of the universe? The truth is, transformation doesn't happen by accident. It's something you choose. So what's stopping you from embracing this new level of consciousness? Are you ready to align with your true purpose, to feel more connected, and to experience life in a way that's rich with meaning and synchronicity? Think about it. What would your life look like if every day felt like an opportunity for growth and connection? How would it feel to wake up each morning knowing that you're aligned with the energy of the universe, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should? These aren't just lofty ideas, they're within your reach, but only if you're willing to take that first step. So, what's your next move? Will you let this moment pass by, or will you dive deeper into your journey of growth and transformation? The choice is yours. If you're ready to keep evolving, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. There's so much more to learn, and I'll be here to guide you every step of the way. Let's continue this journey together, because your evolution has only just begun.